Hey guys, it's
Tick.
and Tag. Welcome back to Toomey Boy.
Yeah.
Braden doesn't know what he's doing and hates his life.
I do want to talk about something though.
He always wants to talk about things. Oh my god, you did a thing?
Apparently.
Every button pulls out the gun except for the one when Braden wants it to.
Beat his ass.
Fuck him up, Braden.
I'm trying to shoot. Thank you.
Shoot him, Braden. Kill him, please.
I did shoot him. I did get him.
You got him. You got him.
Ah.
I thought you were gonna talk about some goddamn books or something.
I'm in the middle of a firefight.
Well, freaking talk about it anyway.
Okay, so The Martian. We'll start there because I read it first.
Okay.
Right. The book almost did it justice. It was
Almost.
pretty close to how the book played out.
Okay.
And also, like, it is hands down one of the funniest books I've ever read in my life.
Is it?
Yeah.
How
So, freaking, the chapters are split up kind of weird. So it's like Chapter 2, Soul 11, right?
Okay, yeah.
It is one sentence, and I guarantee you'll never guess what it is.
Sad.
Fucking, no, he's like, I wonder how the Cubs are doing. And that's it.
That was it.
That's the whole fucking, essentially a chapter, right?
Why?
And then in chapter 3? Maybe it's 3, Soul 68. Freaking, it gets intercut with the first time we see any other human in the book other than his crewmates who left him behind because of, like, obvious and, like, good reasons.
Right.
And
I thought he was dead.
they thought he was dead, and there's like a lot of reasons as to why he thought they thought he was dead, and like that kind of stuff too.
Yeah.
So it's not just like, oh, they thought he was dead and left him behind. It was like, no, there's like good reasons behind why they made all the decisions they made.
Wrong.
Which is great. But also, the first time we see any other human in the book other than him, and he's all like, one of the guys is like, it must be so hard. I can only imagine what he's thinking up there, trapped, alone, all by himself, with no way to talk to anybody. He doesn't even think we think he's alive. What does that do to a man? And then it cuts to him, and he's like, man, it's complete bullshit that Aquaman can talk to whales. They're mammals.
He's not even a fish, bro. It's so dumb.
It's so fucking funny, though.
Ridiculous.
And he's like really funny throughout the whole book. The first paragraph is, I'm fucked. That is my professional considered opinion. Fucked.
Fuck. That's all.
It's so good, dude. You should read it.
Maybe.
I guarantee you would probably like it.
Probably. I don't see a reason why I wouldn't.
And Ender Shadow. I read it too. Freaking. There's honestly not too much to talk about with the Martian. He's trapped on Mars. We all know the thing. I guess at the end of the movie, he does the Iron Man maneuver where he punches a hole in his spacesuit to fly around.
Oh, yeah.
That's not a thing that happened.
That's how it happened in the book?
No. In the book, they just had enough deadline to get out to him and rescue him personally.
Oh, okay. So he didn't have to do some, like, grandiose...
Yeah, no,
zoop
but
he zips up.
he did only have, like, 45 seconds or something to like that to get him out. And also in the movie, the captain goes out to rescue him instead of their resident expert on spacewalks.
Why?
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. It's not a thing that a captain would do.
Yeah, he also wants to...
And I know, I just fell off the fucking rafters up here. Freaking, it's not mentioned in the movie either, but it's like it was like super risky sending the Hermes back to pick him up like they did, and the crew forced the government's hand, and like that's explained in the movie, but it was incredibly risky, like so risky that they decided not to do it and bank on just giving him enough food to survive for 4 years until the next mission out to Mars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so that's what they were going to do, was just send the next mission and pick him up with the next mission. Which, like, isn't a bad idea either.
No.
But they could only do one of the two. Send the Hermes back or send the next mission. There was no in-between, right?
Okay.
If they did one, they literally could not do the other. And so, the crew forced their hand. They're like, we're taking the Hermes back. And there was a designated survivor where the tech lady, because she's the smallest and needs the least amount of food, freaking
Nice.
was designated to survive, which means
Right.
she would have to eat the other crew members and that kind of stuff.
Okay, fair enough.
And like, it's super dark.
They're like, well, if anything goes wrong, consume us.
Yeah.
Like, she's the
And
chosen.
that was literally her job as well.
She was chosen by the whole team.
No, just by the captain.
No, the captain was just like,
That's
yep.
the commander's call in that situation, actually.
He's just like, yep. If all hell breaks loose, you're eating us.
Yep.
You're-
She's all like, if it goes wrong, you're the one who, at least one person has to survive. And I'm choosing you. Because you need the least amount of calories to survive.
Yeah. That's funny. Hey, you know,
So,
that's how it works. That's how it goes sometimes.
true. And I like, that sucks. I don't want to jump across those. I'm scared, dude. That's
Why, coward? I won't speak.
Oh, I got it.
Best there ever was.
And then Ender's Shadow. It takes place during the same time as Ender's Game, and ends around the same time as Ender's Game.
Okay.
Right. But it's told from Bean's perspective. Yeah. And then a bunch of other stuff that it was introduced to the verse was introduced in this book too,
Okay.
but that's less important.
Don't talk
Like-
about shit.
Ooh, I
Lame
didn't know I
ass
could do that.
garbage.
Technically, Bean is genetically modified
Since when?
since Ender's Shadow came out.
Okay.
But also, it's not a thing that was like discussed with Bean, and Bean didn't know about it really until,
What
or
way
the
was
full extent of it.
What way was he modified? Like
So,
speed and power, or like brain power?
brain power,
Brain.
and that's why he was so small. Though, basically, they just the way they described it was they have to turn one gene turn one gene on and turn another off, so it like balances it out.
Mm.
And so they have a gigantism as well. And so Bean grows way slower than all the other kids, which is why he was so much smaller.
Mm-hmm.
But he's also way smarter than everybody else.
Mm.
He was actually the backup for Ender if Ender couldn't perform
Yeah.
to the best of his ability.
Okay. All right.
He's also smarter than Ender
All right.
by like a fair amount.
Then why would they choose Ender instead of him?
Because of Ender's like demeanor and like his general like oh whoops, I didn't mean to open that again. The way he like builds up a team, you know, and
Okay.
makes such deep connections with everybody. That's why. And that's one of the main things they were looking for when fighting the Formics, was they needed somebody who had enough empathy to not just like know what they were going to do, but to like fully understand them and know why they know what they're going to do. You know, whereas Bean doesn't have that. Bean is just cold intelligence,
Okay.
and
Gotcha.
he has a much harder time like connecting with people the same way Ender did.
All right.
And that's why Ender was chosen.
So Ender was just more well-rounded
Yeah.
with high intelligence.
He was freaking, but also the gap between Ender and Bean in intelligence is a lot smaller than you would think. Freaking Ender is like 0.25% dumber, quote unquote,
Oh.
than Bean is.
Okay.
So it's not like they were super far off, but Bean was genetically modified, and he may have lost a lot of his intelligence because of the harsh winters and stuff that he survived as a street urchin.
Interesting.
So he definitely lost a lot of apathy. He didn't give a fuck, dude.
That's funny.
So, and like, it's really interesting to see the whole thing from his perspective. For a while there, he was small enough to get into the vent system of the battle school, so we see a bunch of like new stuff that clearly wasn't in Ender's game.
Right. That's funny.
So, and they put Ender through a bunch of similar tests. Or not Ender, Bean. And a bunch of similar tests. Like, there's this guy named Ashiel who...
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it.
I didn't save with that one either.
I was like, oh, should I mention that he saves? But I was like, nah, he hasn't been missing any of his jumps.
I know, that's
And I was
the
like-
same reason I didn't save!
But I was like,
Which
it's
one
like,
is
wow,
it,
he's
this
gonna
one?
fucking jump.
Yeah.
I completely fucking
I
whipped it.
fucking knew it too. I knew it deep down in my bones. Freaking... But Ashiel, named after Achilles because of reasons, right? He helped keep Bean alive on the streets because of Bean's own intelligence,
Right.
not because Shield did it. I don't think it was hard, right? And he became a fucking mass murderer, a serial killer. He killed 7 people
God damn.
and would have killed Bean if Bean wasn't so much smarter.
That's
Out of
what
those
it
7 people, I think 4 of them were adults.
is. Makes
so-
sense. Sounds about right. O.B.
Oh, I'm supposed to go over there.
Was it like a... So you get to see more into the thoughts behind Bean's eyes
Yeah,
kind of thing? So how he reacted to Ender's, like, choices and such?
yep.
And, what was that like?
Damn it. I just saved, so it's not a big deal. But it's really interesting. Basically, he agrees with pretty much every decision Ender ever makes during the final conflict.
Okay.
And Bean is the only one who knows that it's the final conflict as well. Because he makes weird deductions that just pan out. And like he just follows his gut and he just trusts himself that much.
Fair enough.
So, and it's not like fucking Ender had a chance of ever figuring that shit out. You know what I mean?
True enough.
Yeah, he was too busy getting berated, essentially.
Yeah. He was getting shit on.
Yeah. Can I not just use it? It's annoying. Let me just backtrack over there. Freaking. There's something important I was gonna say.
Something along the lines of the fact that Ender couldn't figure out that it was the final stage or whatever.
Yeah, he couldn't figure out it was like the actual invasion that they were going through during the games because he was too close to Mazer Racco and freaking Mazer's beratement and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. That's right, because every single one of the battles that they did was a...
No, to a point, every single battle. that
maybe not the
Mazer
first
was.
one.
And that's why the tactics are so bad with the buggers and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what I'm doing up here if I can't fucking do anything.
You gotta jump from a different spot.
Yeah, but like that doesn't help. I assume I'm supposed to go over there because it makes sense. Yeah,
Not strong enough. What did you have to do last time when you weren't strong enough?
I had to find like an upgrade that made me stronger
There's an upgrade around here that makes you stronger.
somewhere. Can I just kick this over? Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I was stuck. I thought that... Oh, I feel stronger now. Cool. Yeah, no, it's really, really interesting, actually. And the only reason I read Ender's Shadow is because I got a preview, because I re-listened to Ender's Game,
Yeah.
which is only like 8 hours long. I listened to it in a single shift.
Yeah, they're really short.
It was crazy. Ender Shadow was a little longer. It was like 12 hours or something like that.
Oh my god, that's
Yeah.
impossible.
So I finished it yesterday.
Nice, nice.
But
Oh, the lever's wrong. Beep boop, beep boop. Oh, look at that. More levers?
there's another one. That's like a power source. Hold on. Forget. Oh, wait, here in a second.
Hold on.
I read Ender Shadow because it's the first in like the Bean trilogy, right?
Okay.
Like Bean has a whole set of books that are his own as well,
Oh, yeah, you're right. He does.
and so he's been Ender Shadow, and then Shadow of the Hegemon, and then something else, and then Shadows in Flight. And I got a preview of Shadows in Flight from
Interesting.
Ender's Game. Yeah.
So you're like, gotta listen to it.
I'm like, yeah, I want to listen to it now because it's interesting because Bean has 3 children that all have the gigantism as
Yeah.
well and are all super intelligent. And I'm like, okay, I kind of wonder where these names are coming from. And so the youngest is named after Ender. His name is Ender. Or
Fair enough.
Andrew. One or the other, something like that. And then the next oldest is a girl, and her name is Carlotta, which is the name of the nun that took Bean in and
Yeah.
helped him with stuff.
Got it, got it.
And then the oldest is Sergeant, which is the name of a street kid who worked with Poke, who Bender,
Bender!
Bender.
Bender's here!
Bean fucking got, like, it was Bean's idea to basically bring in a larger kid who could force his way through situations, right?
Okay.
To help feed all of these other children.
Right.
And Poke was the leader of the crew that Bean, not arbitrarily, he chose her because she was dumb enough and also smart enough to, like, go along with his plan.
That's silly.
Yeah. So, it's pretty good.
It sounds good. Sounds like a solid watch.
Yeah, man.
But I'm never gonna watch.
I don't have any money, so I'm not able to get the next one, which I want to listen to. But
Just listen to it for free, like I did. All the ones that I listened to.
that's fair. But I don't want to do that either. I don't like waiting, and I like re-listening to stuff. Like I finished The Martian, and then I re-listened to The Martian like 4 times that week while I slept.
You do it too. It's gonna be good. I put in the fucking work to get mine for free.
That's true.
Because what did I do? I found a website where I could stream it online, right?
Yeah.
But then I was like, okay, well, I can't listen to it streaming because I don't have good enough internet. So I just, at home, turned on OBS, and then I would play the audiobook, and it would just play through every little chunk or whatever,
Yeah.
and would record it into a single large file that I could just, like, take and turn into an MP3, and then I just put it on my phone. Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't. I don't have the patience, mostly.
Pathetic. Weak sauce.
I have them downloaded on Audible.
Weak sauce.
And then there's like the Audible like free collection as well.
They have free collection.
Yeah, there's like a collection of books that are free, and they cycle out every month, like the PlayStation Plus stuff.
Oh, okay. So, but free to members
Yeah.
that pay. Not free to plebeians who
Yeah.
don't pay anymore.
Yeah, for a very small, honestly, $15 a month, you can get free books on top of like credits every month.
Yeah.
Oh,
See, I never had an issue because I always just used my own stuff or
Right.
Libby, because Libby's the library one. And I always found, like, I was never like, oh, I really need to listen to these specific series. So I was always just like, well, I mean, if it's on here, I'll just listen to it. It's whatever.
right.
Listen
And-
to whatever it pops up.
It's a lot easier too, where it's like fucking words evade me.
Words of Adma.
I can start listening to like a 7-book series, and then I don't have to change like audio files or anything like that. It just plays the next one, and the next one,
Yeah,
and the next one. So
makes sense. Yeah, the only problem obviously with Libby is that you had to rent. You had to like borrow the book
Right.
essentially. So if there weren't any copies available, you have to wait until a copy gets available. And you sometimes if the book is popular enough, you're on a waiting list for it.
exactly.
So it's kind of like there's trade-offs, but most of the time I didn't care because I was just like bringing a bunch of random books, and so whenever I got to it, I got to it.
Yeah. No, I can't do that. Once I start listening to a series, I'm like, I'm gonna listen to all of them, probably. Like, and the only reason I haven't gone back to the Trials of Apollo yet is because fucking Jason died, and I'm still jarred by it. So,
I just don't understand.
there was a week there where I just listened to music after the Burning Maze.
That's fair. Dude, I've listened to so much music because that was what I was doing, and I did that for like the first like 2 or 3 years that I was a custodian, and then I started listening to audiobooks, and I never went back to music. So I was like,
See, I can't.
it's tough.
I switch between music, podcasts, and audiobooks because ADHD, basically.
because you're pathetic. You can't do it. Oh right, those other cards. I didn't get those. Forgot they're in.
Gotta sleeve up your whole deck, Rob.
Yes, please, sir.
Gotta sleeve up the whole deck.
Ah. Some dudes came out of this door.
Some dudes coming through doorways.
Nothing. Fuck.
God damn. If it isn't Jason Bourne.
See, this is the biggest problem.
What?
I don't know what to fucking do.
We'll figure it out, damn it. Solve the puzzle solver.
I don't think there is a puzzle. I think it's just confusing.
No, it's a puzzle. Dude, it's so dumb. So my freaking laptop charger just cussed.
Oh no.
My work laptop.
That sucks.
So I have to order a new one. So in the meantime, I have to use my really shitty backup laptop, and it is ungodly slow. It pains me.
Come on, damn you.
Come on, damn you! Look at it. In this nice little tiny screen. Fits all of them right on in there.
What was it? Some freaking dualies and then some artifacts.
Yeah, what we got? We got Tainted Isle, Reliquary Tower, Myriad Landscape, Bastion of Remembrance, Swiftfoot Boots, Ponder, and Demir Signet.
It's not too bad. Could be worse.
It could be worse. How does it get worse?
It could be like I need fucking like a Mox Sapphire and a Mox,
Fucking. Dude, I wish I had those cards.
Right?
Some money right there.
I'm the kind of person who would like just having one of each of the Power 9.
It'd be cool.
But also
Too
the
expensive.
cheapest ones, while damaged, also go for like $2,000 sometimes.
Yeah, so it's
So
too fucking not easy to get. So
Yeah.
freaking no thanks. Okay, were there any other cards that I needed to sleeve up or something? Okay, so I've got one spare sleeving.
okay.
I think I sleeved everything.
Oh, I did. You did.
What?
I wanted propaganda put in with anticipate.
Oh, propaganda.
Yeah.
No, you didn't give me an anticipate card, so.
You did. No, I thought it was in there.
In the box?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I put it in there this morning.
I don't think so. I think you're lying to me.
Yeah, well, you can double check.
I'm not gonna.
Okay. Because if you didn't do that, there's one extra card in the deck.
So what was it?
Anticipate and propaganda.
Okay, here's the anticipate. Bam!
Told you I gave you an anticipate.
Look what you made me do!
That's fair.
Wait a minute.
Um,
And what was the other one?
propaganda.
Propagandy. Blue as well?
Also blue, yeah. It's like a 3-drop. Or 2-drop.
Propaganda.
I don't remember.
Propaganda. Where are you? Propaganda. There it is. Propagandy. Okay. I'll get on swap that, eh, kitty? Is she...
So I have 2 extra sleeves.
Do you want me to like flip it over or leave the anticipate like face up?
You need to face up. If I ever want to switch it, I'll just put the propaganda behind the picture.
Yeah. Propaganda. Each turn, each creature cannot attack you unless destroyed. That's really good. It's a solid ability.
There's lots of cards like that too. But that means I essentially have ward too.
Exactly.
Except I'm not being targeted, I'm being attacked. Same
But
thing.
that's useful. 'Cause people attack a lot.
People do attack a lot. Well, and imagine if you had to pay 2 for every goblin that attacked
Yeah, that'd be rough. That'd be a bad day.
you. You probably wouldn't be able to kill me with damage.
I'd have to use like one of the goblins that does the like
Yep.
specifically where it's like gets +1, +0 for every goblin I control or some shit.
Yeah, or fucking impact tremors or something like that.
Yeah, or like freaking goblin.
Somehow fucking
Sack
alter
him.
the brood my ass.
Yeah, alter brood you or direct damage you somehow.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 to 9, 30 to 9 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 to 9, 40 to 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 to 9, 50. Wow, somehow I managed to grab exactly half the deck. Because there's 50 cards.
That's impressive.
I know, what the freaking odds?
So probably
2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. Bam.
100.
100s. One smelly boys.
1 schmeckle.
Oh yeah, I've been using that a lot. The schmeckle. So I even give it to like just random people at garage sales and stuff. I'm like, I just say that.
I say dollar all the time for shit that's not dollars.
One schmeckle.
I do it a lot
Too much.
too, where I'm like, it costs like $7 though.
$7 hairs.
I've said that during Magic.
Too many doll hairs.
So,
Hopefully this deck performs perfectly. First try.
it'd be dope if it did.
what's-
And then it would just be a matter of fucking around with the cards in the deck, not the land battles.
It's true. Now you play against another deck that also manages to get Grave Packed out. And so now every time one of their creatures dies, you have to sacrifice a creature, and whenever one of your creatures dies,
And then it's cascading effects. Yeah.
it's literally just everybody has to sack all their creatures because these two people have freaking Grave Packed out. Nobody's got creatures.
That's why you need a card that, like, because there are cards that do, like, creatures you own can't be sacrificed.
Oh yeah,
That kind of shit.
yeah, they have a yeah, exactly.
They go hard.
They go hard. They get hard real fast.
Hard.
I'm working on a tournament for my decks, where each deck faces all the other decks, like best 2 out of 3.
We tried to do that before.
We
but
did.
There are so many decks.
It is. It takes
There's so many.
well, like my first set where I literally just played the Goblin Commander deck against all my other decks, and I am doing like Commanders versus Standard as well, where I play with 20 life, but the Commander still functions as a Commander for the Commander deck.
Yeah.
So the only difference is instead of having 40, you have 20 life. But the standard deck still plays like a normal standard deck, so it's kind of like a weird mishmash. But I played as the Goblin Commander deck against all the other ones, and doing it best 2 out of 3 against all the other decks took me like 4 hours. Just for the one deck.
Yeah, see, I remember we had played through a bunch of them.
We did.
Like,
It was freaking
over the
crazy.
course of like 8 hours or some shit.
It was wild. It
It
took
took a long
forever.
time.
But so like I've only completed like 3 decks, but obviously as I complete one deck, that deck will never be played against again because it's already played against all the other decks. So none of the other decks have to face it again because
Right.
they've already either won
And you
or
just
lost.
have to mark
Yeah,
wins,
yeah.
basically.
Pretty wins and losses is basically what it
And
is.
it gets more complicated as you go.
Yeah, and it gets shorter though. So you get like
Yeah.
so eventually it'll be like this deck only has to face against like 3 decks because all the other ones already had their turns.
Yeah.
So it's a good time. And it is so funny, my proxy deck, or well, my really good angel deck. It is so beyond the level of all my other decks. It's not even funny. Because
It's not surprising either, though.
no, it's not. But it's like consistently, it's like turn 2
Yeah.
or 3 getting out.
But it was built for tournaments.
Oh shit! God damn it! Yeah.
I
but
fell.
We're at 31.
This is some fucking bullshit. Dropped all these goddamn cards. But yeah, no, basically, it just like turn 2 or 3 consistently whips out freaking what's his face?
Yeah.
The Blightsteel Colossus and just fucking rails him with infect damage. It's so funny. Obviously, he's only doing that because of Tinker.
Right.
Because Tinker just whips that bitch out
Tinker is banned.
for that reason.
Exactly.
Because that's fucking broken as
Yeah,
shit.
you just fucking drop a Mox Opal for free,
Yep.
and then a couple other things basically for free, and then you use the Mox Opal for the mana you're going to use for Tinker anyways, and
Yep.
sack it.
Yep. And then, and if not Mox Opal, then some like a freaking indestructible artifact land or some shit.
Or fucking Soul Ring, or
Yeah, anything.
a bunch of other shit.
Because it doesn't matter once you get Blightsteel out, because it's so fast that the other player probably doesn't have any sort of counter to it.
Yeah.
Because he's just out. Because he's indestructible, he has trample and infect. It's fucking bananas. He goes hard. All right. Well, did you say it?
I did.
Did you?
Pretty recently.
Okay. Well, if you enjoyed the video, consider liking and subscribing.
Definitely go check out our other content.
Yeah. And until next time, peace out.
Bye-bye.